So, Sarah, you're unmute. Would you take us to the time-space of sacredness?
Sure.
And don't, skip the 3 lines of fractals for now. Just skip that.
The time space of sacredness. Your sacred space is where you can find yourself again and again. Joseph Campbell. XPR satiates the hunger for love by procuring a sense of awe that stretches me towards something greater than my self-imposed limitations, towards the divine. This is the ground of the sacred, where misusing power is unthinkable. To be decisive and unequivocal, I directly access the codes that crown the 3 pillars named Teshuvah, Tefillah, and Tzedakah, in order to avert the evil decree. It also simplifies matters as I now speak with compassion, listening to the silence in between the words.
So let's stop here. The awe takes me towards something greater than my self-imposed limitation. That resonates with you, correct?
Yes.
And that's the sacred, where it's unthinkable. Sorry. To misuse power. So now, as we just saw, the page before, the ambivalence between I resist this and I desire it is what makes it difficult for me to decide. It's like I'm going to make a decision, but I'm going to take it away from me. I'm sure everybody on that call has done that many times. Sarah? Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, I can think of a bunch of things, like both at the same time. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So then what is spoken of are codes that crown the 3 pillars. So the 3 pillars are here. Teshuvah, turn within. Tefillah, prayer. Tzedakah, charity. They're right here. If you were looking at the Hebrew word of prayer, book of prayer, you would see those words in Hebrew. But above them, above Teshuvah, you would have that little word. Above Tzedakah, you would have Mammon. And above Tefillah, you would have Kol. So as it happens, those 3 words, Kol, Mammon, and Sum, each have the exact same numeric value of 436. So when 3 words have the same value, which on top of it are above what are considered to be the pillar of Jewish religion, more exactly of religion, because Dr. Joe, even though he thinks that science is the new mysticism, has no clue that what he's teaching is Judaism, doesn't know it. So when you look at the codes that are above those 3 pillars, then, and you realize that those 3 words have the exact same value, then you become a little bit excited, like there's something that is being given, something of value, So I'm going to stop here, Sarah, and ask you if what I just said makes sense. Can you picture that?
Not completely.
Okay.
I mean, I get the overall encompassing outfit or concept, but I don't, I can't,
Can you see three pillars
not really.
in your mind? Can you
Yeah.
imagine
Oh yeah,
three
I got three pillars.
pillars?
But here I see
No,
five.
no, I'm not
I see
asking what
six.
you see here.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
asking in your mind, can you see three pillars?
Yes.
Okay. Can you imagine in your mind that above each pillar there is a crown, just like in architecture, on top of a, like if you look at a Greek temple,
Yes.
you have a pillar and then you have a crown above
Got it.
it. Okay, so now the three pillars of the religious instinct, in other words, of being 100% connected, perfect, complete. Okay, those three pillars are the turn within, heartfelt prayer, and charity. Can you understand that? That this would sustain?
Wait. So I'm not sure that I do understand. So I'm going to say, I think what I heard you say is the prayer and the charity, but what was the third one?
Turn within.
Turn within. Those are the
Like
three.
your body is a temple. The way that you sustain the sacredness of that temple and come to perfect health, speaking of,
Right.
okay, is number one, turn within, number
Got it.
two, heartfelt prayer, and those two things balance into charity. Because the
Got it.
more you feel that you receive, the more you want to give. And the more you give, the more you receive. And the more you receive, the more you turn within. So now can you understand the idea of
I do.
building your temple?
I get it.
Good. So then the question is, well, that is nice and beautiful, but how do you do that? And the codes answer via those three little words that are above each pillar. Now, does that make more sense? They're the crown, so to speak.
So this part I still don't understand. So are you saying, so with that first one, which is turn within, what are the three little words?
There's one word above the first one,
And what's
another
that?
word above the second one, and a third word above the third. Each column has a crown.
I don't understand what that means.
You remember my image of a pillar
I
and
have them drawn down. Yes.
okay,
I'm trying to
so
put on top of
there's
them what those
three
three words are.
pillars and
The
three
first, the first
crowns.
one, the one that's the turn within, what are the three words on top of it?
Okay,
It's right there. It's Zoom, Mamone, and Cole.
but
Those are the
there's not three words above the first pillar. There's one word above the first pillar, another word above the second pillar.
Got it. So the first one's Teshuvah.
The first pillar is Teshuvah, and it has a crown which is magical and tells you how to do that.
Okay.
It's
Got
the
it.
how to.
Got it.
Thank you.
Sorry, I feel dense, but
No,
I'm
no,
looking
no,
at
no.
things
That
and I'm
is
trying
why
to
I
right.
really wanted you to get it, because if you
Yeah.
don't, you don't.
Right. So then the second one is going to be prayer, right?
Yeah, and that would be the voice. Do you see the word voice here?
Yes,
In
but
Hebrew?
I thought it was the fifth, the blue thing, the tefillah.
That is the pillar, and that is the crown that goes with it.
Oh, okay.
In other words, the fractal gives you the three pillars and the three crowns in one line.
Okay,
But
so is the,
that is the pillar, and that pillar goes with that crown.
so does that word, does the crown go on top of teshuvah? So would it be,
The word soon goes on top of teshuvah in the
Got
prayer
it.
book. Yes.
okay,
On top of that pillar, tefillah, is the crown of voice.
okay,
On top of the pillar of tzedakah is the crown of mammon. Okay?
okay.
So now we're going to look at what it means. It's right here.
Do you want me to read that?
Yes,
Oh,
please.
sorry. I was still filling in and trying to put it together because I'm a little bit slow. I'm still thinking about the Sum Teshuvah and trying to put those two together so that I understand. So
So tsum is
fasting within?
fasting. Tsum means fasting.
Um,
Okay? Teshuvah means turn within. How comfortable are you to go within when you've binged?
Got it.
So when you fast, when your stomach is empty, turning within is much easier.
Got it.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay, I'll read that. Sorry, I was just trying to put that together. I would thought it meant something different. To have the power to wait, I must be able to imagine myself giving it all.
Does that make sense?
I understand what it says, but I don't understand why it says what it says.
Okay? So when you're holding on to your stuff, might that make you compulsive?
But why giving it all?
Why, what?
Why giving it all is
Yeah.
the question?
Michael, how would you answer it?
Okay, so I'm going to be impatient unless I've fully given myself to the decision for enlightenment. I'm going to be pushing all over the place. I can't wait. I'm going to be impatient. Now, when I've made the decision to give it all, I mean, really, really give it all,
And
I
so,
learn how to wait.
so giving it all could also mean like making a strong decision to be all in.
Yes, without that, there's no ability to wait, and I'm impatient in everything.
Got it. I got it.
Thank you, Michael.
Should I keep reading? Yeah. To have the power to fast, I must be able to wait.
Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. This reminds me of the Buddha saying, I can think, I can fast. I have the power to think. I must be able first to fast.
Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. To have the power to decide, I must be able to think.
Can you see that?
I do. To have the power to receive, I must be able to decide. I see that. To have the power to give it all, I must be able to receive. Got it.
Okay. So you can see that this follows exactly that order.
I don't exactly understand the last one. To have the power to give it all, I must be able to receive.
Well, if you want to give away money, do you not have to have received it before?
Yes.
If you want to give half of your chocolate pie, do you not have to have had chocolate pie before?
Yes.
Okay.
And the
Is
same could be
that-
said for health and healing. If I want to give health, I must first have received it.
Ah, I get it. I think give it all is a challenging thing for me to understand. So it's like to have the power to be all in, I must be able to receive.
You got it.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So the key word above charity is mammon. So to really be able to give it all, I must meet the yearning of mammon. And when I am beyond the yearning, and mammon also means money, this is for you, Danielle, then I can decide. And the decision is always going to be to give it all. So if I want perfect fitness, I must go to the gym or I must do my practice 100%. When I'm finished with my workout, I must absolutely know beyond doubt that I've exhausted myself to the right edge. Like I didn't go beyond to where I'm not going to come back for an entire week, but I pushed it enough that I gained in muscles, in endurance, and in flexibility. Does that make sense?
I don't know, that pushes my buttons a little bit, that one.
Doesn't it? Because we all play games where we fake it.
Well, no, but I mean, deciding what's all in, I mean, for one person, that could be compulsive. And for another
Sarah,
person,
that's simple. It's just you. It's you and
Okay.
you.
Okay, got it.
You know when you've given up. You know it. And you also know when you didn't. And any sense of feeling not enough, unworthy, is the direct outcome of not giving it all. Okay. Similarly, giving it all is how to come into the sense of enough. Same thing.
And it might be important to note that overgiving is not giving it all. I can overgive and be as guilty overgiving as I can in undergiving.
Yeah, the challenge is to determine what is what. Am I overgiving or am I giving it all? Which is it? So, very true, Michael. Thank you. So, Michael, would you read the note?
Yeah, I was just about to do so. If you're interested in this topic and want to track it, there's a book out. It's available on Amazon. The Code of Opposites, Book 3 is the title. It follows the Code of Opposites, Book 1 and 2, which are also available. But it has more information on Teshuvah, Tefillah, and Tzedakah as the three pillars of religious instinct and the proficiencies that prevent the evil decree. Again, Zoom, call, and Mammon are the encoded words that respectively crown those pillars.
Okay, thank you. So before we move on out of that page, is there another question? Or yes, but, or comment?
I have a little bit of a comment on that giving it all thing, because I feel like showing up is enough in like if you were working out or something, just showing up would be enough, and listening to your inner guidance, that would get you to the right amount of to give or not to give. So that giving,
Absolutely.
and for some reason, giving it all, I don't know why I'm so reactive to that, because it's like,
Well, let me
So
ask
I
you a
think it-
direct question.
sure, maybe it's the ego that's making me say that. Yeah.
Well, I believe you nailed it, but could it be that your guidance is to give this and this and that? And your ego is like, I can't do it. So I'm just going to show up, and that will be enough of a gift of me. But this other part that my guidance wants me to do, that's too much. So I'm just going to keep pushing it down.
I don't know. This is a good question. Thanks for asking the question.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
It might just be one reason why you're being reactive, because there's a resistance to giving it all.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then give yourself permission until that resistance melts, until you're so tired of not giving it all.
Right. Thank you.
Okay? So there's no right or wrong here. There's just truth. What's the truth? Okay? And thank you for your courage in coming back with the question until you can find an answer that resonates for you.